Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, going through the motions of life without making real progress? No matter how hard you try, you can't seem to move forward. Maybe you feel stuck in your career, in your relationships, or even in your own personal growth. It's frustrating, isn't it? You wake up each day with good intentions, ready to conquer your goals, but at the end of the day, you're left wondering, what did I really accomplish today? If you've been feeling like this lately, I want to tell you something important. You're not alone. We all get stuck at some point in life, and the good news is there's a way out. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things you need to stop doing if you feel stuck in life. These are the habits, behaviors, and mindsets that hold us back, keep us in the same place, and prevent us from moving toward the life we truly desire. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what you need to let go of in order to break free from the feeling of being stuck and start moving forward again. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start taking action, then let's dive right in. The trap of perfectionism. Let's start with the first thing you need to stop doing if you're feeling stuck. Perfectionism. I remember a time in my life when I was paralyzed by perfectionism. I was in my early 20s and I had big dreams. I wanted to start my own business, travel the world, write a book, all of it. But I had a problem. I wanted everything to be perfect. I couldn't start anything until I had the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, and the perfect circumstances. I kept telling myself, once everything falls into place, I'll begin. Can you relate to that? The problem with perfectionism is that it becomes a form of procrastination. It's the belief that things have to be flawless before you can take action. But in reality, perfection doesn't exist. There will never be a perfect moment, a perfect plan, or a perfect set of conditions. And the more you wait for everything to be perfect, the longer you stay stuck. The truth is, progress is made through action, not perfection. You don't need to have all the answers or be 100% ready. The key is to start, even if it's messy. The small steps you take today are what will build momentum and eventually lead to big changes. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. I had to let go of the need for everything to be perfect and just take action, even if it wasn't flawless. And guess what? I didn't fail. In fact, I learned more from my mistakes than I ever would have by waiting for everything to be just right. If you feel stuck, stop waiting for perfection. Start where you are with what you have. Even imperfect action will lead you further than sitting still, waiting for the perfect moment. The danger of comparing yourself to others. The second thing that keeps us stuck is comparison. It's so easy to look at other people's lives, especially with the rise of social media, and think, why isn't my life as exciting as theirs? Why aren't I as successful as they are? The truth is, everyone's journey is different. What we see on the outside is rarely the full picture. I remember scrolling through social media years ago and seeing friends starting successful businesses, traveling to exotic places, or achieving their goals. I felt like I was falling behind. I started comparing my life to theirs, and every time I did, I felt worse about myself. It became a vicious cycle. The problem with comparison is that it robs you of your own unique journey. You start to measure your worth based on someone else's timeline, and that's a dangerous place to be. What you don't see behind the scenes are the struggles, setbacks, and sacrifices that others have made to get where they are. Here's the truth. Your progress is your progress. It's not about where anyone else is. It's about where you're going. Your journey is unique, and comparing yourself to others only slows you down. It distracts you from focusing on your own path and growth. If you're feeling stuck, stop comparing yourself to others. Instead, focus on your own goals, your own growth, and your own journey. Celebrate your small wins and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. The mistake of saying yes to everything. Next up is something many of us struggle with. Saying yes to everything. When I first started building my career and life, I was terrified of disappointing people. I said yes to every opportunity, every request, and every invitation that came my way. I didn't want to let anyone down, so I stretched myself thin, filling my schedule with commitments I didn't really want or need. Eventually, it became overwhelming. I was busy all the time, but I wasn't actually moving closer to my own goals. I was simply reacting to the needs of others and losing sight of what mattered most to me. Here's the reality. You can't do everything. Saying yes to everything means you're saying no to yourself, your time, your energy, and your dreams. And when you don't set boundaries, you end up giving away the very resources that you need to move forward in life. I had to learn the hard way to start saying no. Saying no doesn't mean you're selfish or uncaring. It means you're protecting your energy and your time so that you can focus on the things that align with your own values and goals. It's okay to turn down opportunities that don't serve your greater purpose. If you're feeling stuck, stop saying yes to everything. Be intentional about what you commit to, and make sure it aligns with where you want to go in life. Saying no is a powerful tool for creating space for what really matters. The trap of negative self-talk. One of the most insidious things that can keep you stuck in life is negative self-talk. I've had my own struggles with self-doubt. I'd hear a little voice in my head saying, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it. Who are you to do something so big?" These thoughts would creep in at the most inopportune times, and before I knew it, I was paralyzed by fear and doubt. But here's what I learned. The way you talk to yourself has a massive impact on your ability to move forward. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not capable, that you're not worthy, or that you don't deserve success, then you'll stay stuck. Your mind will create the reality that you tell it. I had to consciously reframe my thoughts and change the way I spoke to myself. Instead of focusing on my flaws and weaknesses, I began affirming my strengths. I told myself, I am capable, I am worthy of success, I am doing the best I can, and that's enough. If you're feeling stuck, stop the negative self-talk. Start speaking to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and love. The more you lift yourself up with positive words, the more you'll believe in your potential and the more you'll accomplish. The pitfall of avoiding failure. Let's talk about avoiding failure. For the longest time, I was terrified of failing. I thought that failure meant I wasn't good enough, or that I wasn't cut out for success. So I played it safe. I stuck to what I knew, avoided risks, and kept myself in my comfort zone. But guess what happened? I stayed stuck. Failure isn't the enemy, it's part of the process. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. Failure is where the real growth happens. It's where we learn, adjust, and improve. Once I stopped fearing failure and started embracing it as part of my journey, everything changed. I realized that each failure brought me one step closer to success. If you're feeling stuck, stop avoiding failure. Embrace it as a necessary part of growth and progress. Take risks, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Now that we've covered the 5 things you need to stop doing if you feel stuck, I want to leave you with a challenge. Identify one of these habits in your own life that is keeping you stuck, and commit to changing it today. Whether it's letting go of perfectionism, stopping the comparison game, saying no more often, changing your self-talk, or embracing failure, take action on just one thing this week. Remember, you are not stuck. You are simply in a place where you need to take action and shift your perspective. You have the power to change your life, one small step at a time. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share which of these habits you're going to focus on changing. And if you found this video helpful, please share and subscribe for more content on personal growth and transformation. You've got this. Let's stop being stuck and start living the life we deserve.